Red, you ain't gonna cut up there. I feel like you gotta cut up.
We're live.
Hey,
I actually used that one of my songs. One of my promos.
I sound more better.
Yeah. What? You're gonna have to monitor yourself right here. So stand over here. Can you see this? This.
Yeah, I'm born ready.
Good day. I'm before somebody.
What's up? Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Give yourself a hand for being at the book launch for Breaking Through. Oh, thank you guys for being here. Okay, just like in church. The head siblings over here. Again, welcome to the book launch for Breaking Through Startup Stories from Trailblazing Black Women Entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for being here. If you do not know me, my name is Melanie Hunter. I go by MJ, Coach MJ, and this was my brilliant idea. So, so let's go back. So let's go back. In November of 2023, I had another brilliant idea that in 4 months, for my 50th birthday at that time, instead of having a party or going on a trip like a normal person, I decided I wanted to have an empowerment conference with speakers and vendors and food and sponsors, and it was a whole big thing. And so we did that last March. Some of you might have been there. Some of the people that I roped into that bright idea got roped into this brilliant idea when in August, right? In August of 2024, I was like, you know what? I keep putting write a book on my vision board. It's been out a couple times, but I never really put any action behind it. And I was like, man, it's August. I want a book, but I don't have time for 25,000, 50,000 words. What if I ask a bunch of people on the internet if they will give me 3 to 5 pages? You remember when I said it's 3 to 5 pages? So I put it out on the internet, and within a month, I had not quite as many people as I thought I would have, but I didn't end up needing that many because 8 other amazing women stepped, actually more than ever, some had to fall off the project, stepped up and said, yes, I will be part of this amazing project where we are sharing how I know you. I know you, don't I? You're familiar. I think I used to play at your church. Portland, okay, yes. I used to play at everybody's church. How I got started advice. I used to be a business startup coach, and it was always so, I would say disheartening because I was there to help them, but it was just amazing how many people wanted to start a business but had no clue what it took. They were like, I want to be a millionaire. I don't want to work for anybody. I was like, okay, you got an LLC, that's it. Oh, okay, it's a lot. And I really wanted to bring forward a project where people could really hear from other women or other people who had started business what it took. But this book is not just for entrepreneurs. It's not just for Black people. It's not just for women. Anyone who is looking to break through in anything in your life will find value in this book. The stories are, again, from 9 of us talking about various aspects of our experience starting our businesses. And you're going to love it. When you read it, you are going to love this book because they read very much like you're sitting and talking to them, right? When I was editing the books, I'm the editor, I'm one of the authors, I'm the publisher, I'm doing all the things. I was literally laughing, specifically when I read Michelle's chapter, Shawana's chapter. I was like, they crazy. But it sounds a lot like them. So this is an amazing project. I'm excited. It's like every year I come up with something brilliant to do, and it's big, and I just love it. And I'm just grateful that God gives me this vision, and that I have friends and acquaintances who are willing to come along on these journeys with me, because it's not just me. I also want to thank the people who are joining online. I'm probably looking at the wrong thing. Thank you so much for joining. I know my daughter's there, maybe my son and others. Thank you so much for being online. Let's see. So I want to thank the owner of this beautiful venue, Kyomi LLC. Keegan Fuller is right here at the door. Y'all saw how close this was to the bridge. Remember how we used to go to Kai's for everything? It's just like going to Kai's. That's thousands of dollars over there. Come over here, bring your events over here, and support Keegan. There's another Black-owned venue around the corner as well. I had my line dancing classes here last year, so really grateful. Thank you so much for having us here. I also want to thank this gentleman here, Fred Reynolds, who is providing our photography and videography. Just met him today. He's crazy too. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I should have said it at the end. That's we got the footage ready. I want to get all this stuff out the way because I want you guys to meet these amazing people. He said, I'm leaving. I also want to thank Michelle Fields, who is one of our co-authors. She's also the owner of Be Lavish Boutique, and Mad Styles. She is our signage sponsor. She sponsored that. Look at, if y'all don't get into that retractable banner back there, I love it. My company, Melanie Hunter Enterprises LLC, sponsored the little phone board. And Nichelle Hess Barber, the owner of Sugar Honey Iced Tea Lifestyle brand. You're gonna be hearing more from her. She's one of our authors as well, but she's our drink sponsor today. So thank you guys so much. You're gonna be hearing from the authors here shortly, but during the breaks that we will have, I encourage you to network, meet people. You're welcome to the buffet that's over there. Now, nothing of this nature could go off just without a snafu. So Jeff Bezos got me on. We ordered our books. They were supposed to be here. He changed the dates on me, so they'll be here later this week. However, we only have a limited number of them come in. So if you were going to get one today, go ahead and order it still, so that when they come in, you still be able to get a copy. Otherwise, you have to wait till the next time we order some. He got me on, but they're still coming. Let's see. They make great gifts. So buy one for you, buy one for somebody that you know, as well, to support these authors. Each author has their own code, their own way of buying. You can buy the book for me, you can buy it from one of them. If you came here to support one of them, please do that, and they'll let you know how to do that. As you are posting the photos online, please use hashtag #BreakingThroughBook. Hashtag #BreakingThroughBook is also written back on that sign with the camera on it in front of our yellow wall of breakthroughs, which we will have explained here in just a few minutes. And I think that it is time for me to introduce the authors. Yes, it is. Hold on. Okay. As I call you guys names, as I read your bio, you can just come on up and take one of these 4 seats. So Shawana R. Mays is a mom of 2 girls and an extreme advocate for life improvement. She is a board-certified holistic life and wellness coach with credentials from the Legacy Holistic Health Institute and the National Board for Health and Wellness Coaching. It's a mouthful. As the owner of Ripped Royalty Wellness, come on. She helps clients follow through on their life improvement goals in a way that feels good to them, no matter what is happening within or around them. Her Awaken to the Experience of Thought workshop helps clients to tap into alternative thinking, to move past internal obstacles in order to create alternative results that are in alignment. Let's give Shawana a hand. Deidre Barnes, some of you may know her. She's out in the community a lot. She's a mom of 2 wonderful kiddos and a native of Mount Sterling, Kentucky. Her journey led her to the University of Louisville, where she graduated with a bachelor's degree in business. She always dreamed of being a business owner, not just for the independence it offers, but also for the opportunity to create and design a schedule that fits her life. How many want to be more in control of your schedule? And allows her to be present for her family. Her love for candles and personal self-love journey inspired her to explore candle making. The process was not only therapeutic, but also deeply fulfilling. Crafting candles that she can share and give to others brings her immense joy. Nicole Vashon Dean. Oh, you supposed to clap for Deirdre, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of people know me as Fly Girl, so
yeah.
confused.
Yeah, that didn't make sense. Flag girl, if you know her product, you recognize them back there in the corner. They're very distinctive. Nicole Vashon Dean is a CAPP certified personal and executive coach with over 25 years. You think she's old enough to have that of diverse professional experience. Her career encompasses business, fitness, and wellness, arts and entertainment, as well as outreach and education. She's dedicated to guiding individuals and groups in pursuing and achieving their goals. With a strong foundation in positive psychology, Nicole aims to help clients create their envisioned lives and regain a sense of self. Her extensive coaching experience and track record of client success position her to provide personal support that fosters professional excellence. Give her a hand. And then Pamela Williams is an experienced human resource professional with over 30 years. She don't look old enough to have over 30 years of progressive human resource experience. Black don't crack. In 2015, she founded CorpX LLC, a management consulting firm. Pamela possesses a Master of Science degree in Human Resource Management and a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. She also holds a Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. She does, and it's not getting taken away, a DE&I in the workplace certification And Pamela is a proud mom of one son, Nicholas, and a fur baby named Jazzy Blue. Give Pamela a hand. Everybody down. So what the authors are about to do, we're going to do them in two different groups. But first, we're going to have Shawana come and explain what our Wall of Breakthroughs activity is, so that if you have to get up and leave, we want you to participate in that before you go. And then when we come to our break, we're going to do that. She's going to come explain that now. But then the authors are going to read a brief excerpt from the book and then just talk about for a few minutes what that meant to them, or why they wrote that, or however they want to come in their own way. So Shawana, you can come explain the Wall of Breakthrough. Oh, you got a mic. Okay, man.
All right, so the Wall of Breakthrough is just you, if you've had an experience about breakthrough, if you've lived long enough like I have, I only got 46 years here, but there's been a lot of breakthroughs that have happened in my life. So I'm sure you all have experienced some, and you can just think about it. Write down a breakthrough. I'm sure there's many, and then post it on the wall. You don't have to put your name on there if you don't want to, but just post it on the wall so that we can have examples of, life, breaking through life, or whatever it is that your breakthrough is. All right, fair? Good?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
And also, in addition, it can be something you've already broken through, something you're currently working through, or something you would like to break through in the coming years. So whatever that is, you can share that on the wall. I'm gonna let you guys just take it away.
Me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am Pamela Williams, and it's great to see everyone here today. My chapter was talking mostly about entrepreneurship and different things that if you are deciding or thinking about becoming an entrepreneur and starting your own business, I had the pleasure of working in the field that I currently consult in for over 30 years, so it was a little bit easier for me, already having that background knowledge and education. So I'm just going to read. We're reading, right, MJ? Okay. All right. And so this chapter, well, this part of it's from corporate career to consulting clients. I began my career in human resources right after college, seizing an opportunity to intern in the HR department of a local newspaper. This is back when Courier Journal still had people in the office. That was in 1987, and from that moment, I knew I had found my true calling. What started as an internship quickly evolved into a full-fledged career, and I never looked back. So over the next 25 years, I worked in the HR field within corporate America, gaining valuable experience, navigating diverse challenges, and growing both personally and professionally. Eventually, after hands-on experience at the corporate world, I decided that it was time to take the next step and launch my own firm, which is called CorpX LLC, hence the name CorpX, ex-corporate employee. This was a natural progression of my career, and it felt like the right moment to leverage my expertise to help businesses achieve greater success through effective human resource strategies. And I knew that I needed to start somewhere, so I kind of just let the chips, fall where they may. At the time the business was started, I was living in the DC area, and if you visited that area, it's a lot of federal and government contracting, which was quite helpful back in the day, and this was in 2015. And so there was a great deal of opportunities. And let's see, I'm going to skip up here. I would just say that also part of this says, I wasn't in a hurry to do anything first. I just knew I needed to start somewhere and just let the chips fall. I knew that I didn't want to work for the next 25 to 30 years in corporate America. I also knew that I wanted more flexibility and ability to earn unlimited income. And let's see, and I just want to leave it that starting a business is not easy. It takes grit, tenacity, tough skin, and humility.
So I am Nicole Vashon, and I am the owner of Rewire Renew Inspire Coaching and Consulting LLC. And my background started in fitness and wellness and has progressed to this point. Anyone who is an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur knows that you will have many businesses and projects or names that your business has fallen under. And so my chapter is chapter 4, and it's titled Fit to Inspire. And so I wanted to read a section from it. The title of the section is the prayer that ignited my purpose. My entrepreneurial journey began in 2001 in the vibrant city of Phoenix, Arizona. I vividly recall sitting in the living room of an African hairstylist preparing for a hair appointment that would stretch from sunrise to sunset, a time-consuming ritual that at the time was synonymous with getting braids. With hours ahead of me, I chose to immerse myself in a book that would change the trajectory of my life, The Prayer of Jabez by Bruce Wilkinson. As I turned the pages, something within me ignited. By the time I closed the book, I was filled with clarity and purpose. I had discovered my why. I realized that my calling was to inspire others in their fitness and wellness journeys. At the time, I was juggling a full-time role as an administrative assistant at American Express, while also working evenings as a certified group fitness instructor. I taught classes at local gyms, community centers, churches, and schools. The message of Prayer Jabez resonated deeply within me. Oh, that you would bless me indeed and expand my territory. I felt an undeniable pull toward the world of fitness and wellness, and it was a space where I felt both fulfilled and energized, supporting others in achieving their health goals. This profound revelation fueled my desire to step into a new role in my career. It was clear to me that this was not just a job, it was my purpose. Over the years, this why became the cornerstone of my entrepreneurial journey. In June 2022, I founded Rewiring and Inspire Coaching and Consulting, LLC, a culmination of my passions, fitness, wellness, speaking, personal training, and guiding others towards a holistic lifestyle that nurtures their spirit, mind, and body. Reflecting on this pivotal moment, I understand that my path was paved with intention. Each step I took was guided by a commitment to help others thrive. The journey has been transformative, and it all began with a simple decision to explore my purpose while sitting in that chair, getting my hair braided. Hello, everyone. My name is Fly Girl. But it's Deirdre Barnes. A little closer. Thank you. So I am chapter 2. So I want to read Dreading Mondays and Mandatory Overtime. Oh, y'all feel that one? Yes. I recall feeling so excited for the weekend to arrive, only to wake up on Sunday to count down how many hours I had left until I had to wake up for work on Monday, dreading it. I remember looking out the window at my corporate job, thinking there had to be more. During my childhood, I remember if I got sick at school, my parents had to figure out who could leave work to get to me. I remember hearing the words mandatory overtime and working holidays. My parents did their best and I loved them for it, but I knew I wanted to have my own business so I could make my own decisions. Having flexibility and freedom to create my own income with no limits is a big part of my why. Now a mom of 2, having the flexibility and freedom to move how I desire and create my own income with no limits is a big part of my why. So far I have gone on field trips, taken items to school when my kids have forgotten them, stayed home if they are sick. And as far as income, in my 3rd year running my candle company, I've been able to surpass what I've been making at my job in my own time and in the way I want to. I cry with tears of joy just knowing I've been able to create a lifestyle I love. Oh, and I now call Mondays Money Making Mondays.
All right, I just want to piggyback off of her. Like, we all have the ability to create. I don't know. You create everything, what you want and more of what you don't want. We are creators. We are that powerful. We just don't know it yet. Anyway, okay, hi, I am Shawana. Okay, Shawana Renee Mays. My chapter is chapter 6. All right, so just to kind of go with me being a certified holistic life and wellness coach, that is my passion. So I'll read that part of my chapter. It's called Tired of Being Tired. All right. Well, anyway, I got tired of being tired and taking care of everything and everyone. One day I had this thought, I'm gonna take care of myself, no matter what. This is going to happen. All right, so something inside of me just decided to set a goal to get healthy, create a consistent fitness routine, lose the extra weight, and learn how to manage it in a healthy way for the rest of my life and honor this decision. I decided I was going to do it in a way that felt good to me and somehow managed to finally follow through on this goal I set, creating consistency and discipline no matter what. No matter what was happening within me, like how I was feeling, or what was happening around me, the things that I could not control outside of me. So since then, I've just been able, life has happened. These last 10 plus years, it's been a 10 plus year journey for me of this commitment so far. Life has happened, and someone told me on this journey, what happens to me has happened to mostly everybody, right? I'm not a special snowflake, and I held that to heart in anything that I go through, which means I can still move past any and everything and still make myself a priority. And that's what I've been doing. And that is something that's within my coaching and my teaching always.
Thank you so much, ladies. I really appreciate you guys sharing from the books. And I'm going to ask you guys a few questions, some of which are familiar from the interviews that we did online. So if any of you can jump in, what inspired you to share your story in this book? Besides me asking you. Besides me not taking no for an answer. What do you want to do?
Because people need to hear it. There's so much value here, delivered from different perspectives and in different areas, and people need to hear it because there's somebody that's just sitting there like, I can't. And if they know that we were all human and we started from somewhere,
We are.
right? And we all started from somewhere, and now we are here as humans and regular people, then they can do it too.
Anybody else?
I would agree. I think I started from a different perspective because I help others to start their business, and I wanted just to be able to put that information out there to say that it is not easy, but it's easy. Like there is a roadmap, there is a step. And so in that chapter, I lead into some of the different things that you can do yourself in starting a business and that a great roadmap for you.
I wanted to share mine because I feel like a lot of people when starting a business, they feel like it has to be perfect. And when I started mine, my candles did not look like that.
I'd like to see some of those.
I have a picture, but I love sharing that.
Luxurious at this point.
Yes, it took me about 2 months to find that look. So I like to let people know, just start it, just do it, give it to somebody, and you can always change it, manipulate it, and make it to what you want it to be.
Did writing this chapter, your chapter in this book, reveal anything new about yourself or your journey? Like, were you like, oh, like you were writing like, oh, revealing things about yourself? Did you have that experience?
I found when I reread it after we had it in the book, and I just wanted to go back and reread it. I was so impressed with myself. I was like, this is good. I need to do what she said. 'Cause it made complete sense. So for me, it was like, I think I told you when we did the interview, like it was very reflective to let you know, you're so busy doing, and the reality of being an entrepreneur is it's a lot of work. You remind us that too. Like it's a lot of work. You're gonna work late, and get up early, and all those type of things, and you have flexibility in your schedule and all those different things. But to be able to like read it and see how far I've come, to know that it really did start reading a chapter in a book, but following the through line, which was my purpose and my passion. And it helped me see how, even when I got another job, American Express, the YMCA, wherever I was working full time, it was just never the thing. It was the pathway to the thing, or it helped me be made more aware of my passion. What do I like? What is common about these jobs that I like?
Yeah.
Helping people, developing people, helping them lose weight, or figuring out what they want to do best in their life. And so just realizing that, pay attention to the notes and the tips and the taps on the shoulder that really let you know that where your true happiness and fulfillment is going to come from.
Yes. I always say
Yeah.
purpose leaves clues. And people are like, I
It
don't know what my
does.
purpose is. You got to just look at your life. It's been leaving clues all along.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But kudos to you, MJ, because there were so many writing prompts and we may
Oh,
not know
gosh.
where to start.
50 left.
Just like,
Yeah.
well, oh, this is a good one, this is
We
a
have
good
50
one.
left and
So
right.
thank you.
So let me explain what you're talking about. So, okay, let me give y'all a little background. There are some people in this book who I'm so impressed with because they're not writers. They were never writers outside of maybe high school or college. But I'm like, writing? Are you sure? And they may want to reveal who they are themselves. But and there's some people up here who've written books before. But what I did to make the process easier, instead of just letting everybody freestyle and hope it came together, I got 50 questions in 10 different categories. And I told them to pick about 8 to 10 of them and answer them, kind of like an essay test.
Yeah.
From that, spewed forth, there's 3 or 4 of the authors, I had to cut quite a bit of what they wrote. It was all good stuff, just because what they wrote would have filled almost the whole book by itself. And I wanted all the chapters to be balanced. So that's what they're talking about. The writing prompts gave them an idea of, like, what are we talking about? You know, what are these questions I can answer about my journey? Because when you're in it, you don't think about what are all the things I know? What are all the things I've done or thought about? So that's what they're talking about. So what was the writing process like? You sat answering the writing prompts. Did anything surprise you about becoming a writer? I know you have written a book.
This is my third one.
She's an OG.
I just think for me, it was just me being me. Like,
Yes.
I'm like, I can be me and listen.
In writing.
In writing.
Indeed. Yeah.
And I just, because it's just that authenticity.
Authenticity.
Thank you. That word right there. Just that authenticity, because we always think that we have to turn into someone else in order for people to, kind of gravitate towards us. And I've grown into this space where I'm going to be completely me, period. You either take it or leave it, it doesn't matter.
She's got one of the most hilarious chats because it sounds like how she talks. And that what I told some of them, or I told them all to do this. Instead of some people, when you see a blank page, you just get like, oh, what am I gonna write? I said, take the questions and just answer them aloud, like somebody asked you in person. Just dictate, let the phone dictate what you're saying, and then clean that up instead of trying to write. Because when you're typing it, you're trying to fix it and you're measuring and you're censoring yourself. But when you just say it, you can talk a mile a minute about what you do, right? So that was helpful for some people.
Just piggybacking on what Shawana said, like definitely, I just wrote it like a conversation that you're having with somebody. And we had talked about this before. I love you said authenticity, because I said I want to be even more authentically authentic. Like I'm very exhausted with the on button. So 2025, you're not gonna get on. You're gonna get hi, how you doing? It's great to see you. But that on, or it's not great. But the other thing is, it's really bad. No, but the other thing about it though that I want to call out was just not trying to be somebody that you're not.
Right.
So when you're on, it's not natural. Like you got to be on from the standpoint of what you're doing, but it's you.
Yeah.
But the idea of trying to be Pam or any of the other ladies, that's not gonna happen. And if you try to do that even in business, we talked about this because Shawana and I are in similar businesses, but we're still different.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna compete against each other. We're just gonna dance together. And pull whoever we're supposed to pull and support and bless what we're supposed to bless.
Authenticity is one of my 5 core values. And she's right, the on button is gone. You moved it. Yeah, authenticity.
So I'm not a writer. I'm not a writer.
Yeah,
I
she
am
wants
not
my
a writer. So I'm usually short, to the point. I think that's the verb of me. And then MJ like, can you write a little bit more? So you want me to dig a little bit deeper? Okay, MJ. So just being able to dig a little bit deeper, that allowed me to, tap into another level of myself. So
Now you can say, I'm a published writer.
who wants to be next?
So how has being a Black woman influenced your entrepreneurial experience?
Well, I don't know any other way.
Right.
Well, because we're just naturally
I
dope.
don't know the other
I
Let's see. How is it? Ask the question again.
How has being a Black woman influenced your entrepreneurial experience? Have you experienced something as an entrepreneur where you like, what? Should everybody else go through this? Or,
I want to jump in on this because I guess I'm taking it on. I've been asked to come to schools to talk to children. And I feel like it's important to see someone that looks like them running a business. So that's what I think of when you ask me that question. I can be an example to a young person like, oh, I can do a business too. She looks just like me. So
That's important. Representation matters.
Absolutely. I would just add, I also had a nonprofit called the Pink Connection that was just for young girls back in the DC area. I didn't bring it to Louisville, I'm sorry. But I would agree that, representation matters and being seen and having our youth looking up to us, like, okay, this is something that I can do, like, oh, this is something that I can aspire to. Oh, she looks just like me, her hair just looks just like mine, so representation does. No.
We all get good. If you have it, it's good.
Right.
And if you don't have it, it's also good.
And if you don't have it, it's
It's
also
also
good.
good. I think the representation is, I think, the biggest thing. It's wonderful to be a Black woman. And again, and I, jokingly, like, we don't know anything different, but it is great to be able to represent successful, aspiring women coming from different directions, different, industries or whatever, the things that we're doing. And I think it's just, part of it is about being a Black woman doing it. And also it's just about being a person doing it. So it's a both and, not an either or type situation. Like, I want you to know that I'm a Black business, but I'm also a woman and I'm authentically me and I'm gonna be whoever I am when I show up, and you either like that or you don't. And you wanna do business with me or you don't. But by the way, I'm Black.
Can I say one other thing? And if I could just be totally transparent. It was more difficult in this area than it was on the East Coast. And what I mean by that is, for people that look like us, the doors aren't always open. Yes, I worked in corporate America. Yes, I've done all those things. And yes, I've been at the table, but there's been doors slammed in your face just because of who you are and what you look like. So I just challenge anyone, if you're starting, just don't give up. Can I really go there?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's stream it to the internet though.
I don't care.
Okay.
There is growth that needs to happen in this city when it comes to diversity and Black suppliers. And so I know that the city is trying to do more things, and I know that different communities are trying to build, but this city has a long way to go when it comes to supporting Black and brown businesses. And so I just say, don't give up. There's enough money there's to go around for everyone. If you need a grant, if resources, there's enough out there. But don't ever lose sight of that. The color of your skin.
Yeah, clap it up, absolutely. That actually leads into kind of the final sweep of questions for this group. If you had anything that you wanted to say to somebody who's maybe out there thinking about becoming an entrepreneur or looking to break through in any area of their life, what would you tell
Do it.
them?
Keep going.
Do it, keep going. I love that.
Don't quit your day job though.
Right.
Start, move small, take,
Yes.
tiny steps. But don't get, let's not be foolish here.
Create that sufficiency. You need it. You need it.
So the two ladies on the end, oh no.
No, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Trying to make us still be corporate American, corporate. This young lady still works, a day job and is running her business. I just don't think that there's only one way. You gotta leap out there before you feel ready. So let's give a hand to these four beautiful ladies. You guys can exit.
Thank you.
Transition. I want to welcome again those who are joining us online, just getting in. Thank you so much for being part of our live stream for the book launch of Breaking Through Startup Stories from Trailblazing Black Women Entrepreneurs. Again, I am Melanie Hunter, Coach MJ. We are here in the Kyomi LLC venue in downtown Jeffersonville, Indiana. Thank you for joining us online. And thank you to those who have joined us in person who walked in since we got started. So before we transition to our other, both pieces of paper, both of them. Just want to remind you that we have our wall of breakthroughs back there. If you have broken through something recently in your life, if you're going through something right now where you're overcoming something, or if you are looking to break through something in 2025, please just write it up there. It's personal or it's impersonal. If you want to, you don't have to put your name. We just want a visual representation of all of the power that's here in this room to overcome obstacles and to break through. The reason I chose this venue, if you did not already guess, is because of the beautiful exposed brick which goes along with the motif on the artwork of the book. As I mentioned earlier, Jeff Bezos got me on. The books are arriving late, but there's a proof copy of the book there. That is what the book will look like outside of it saying not for resale. They won't say that on yours, but if you want to look at the book and see what it is, it's back there. Order one from any of the authors here or from me. You're welcome to the food at any time. You don't have to wait till we're on a break. We do not want to go home with that, so please eat up. Okay, at this time, we're going to talk to our other 4 authors. So Michelle Hess Barber is the visionary. Come on, visionary. Behind the Sugar Honey Iced Tea lifestyle brand, she empowers women through the transformative journey of menopause. Come on, let's clap for menopause. As the publisher of the Committed 5 a.m. Journal and creator of a personal development website, she inspires others to embrace discipline and growth. Michelle also leads the What Are You Grateful For Facebook group. I'm a member of that, and you're welcome to join, which fosters a community of gratitude and positivity. A proud Kentucky Colonel, dedicated entrepreneur and client liaison, she combines her expertise with a passion for uplifting others and making meaningful connections. Michelle, clap for Michelle. April L. Starks is the owner and managing partner of ALS LLC, a lasting solution professional mediation services. And she's also the chief steward officer of Olive Tree Resources, the 501c3 social services nonprofit. Her passion is to embrace, empower, and elevate leaders while taking people from wonder to wonderful through solution-focused strategy. She has been married to Gary Stark for 23. She don't look old enough to get married 23 years. There's a common theme here. And is mother to Darren, Jordan, and Ayana. Family is her most celebrated accomplishment and joy. Clap for April. Natasha A. Brown is a visionary entrepreneur leading Global Loss, a hospitality brand that celebrates cultural inclusivity and the African diaspora. Since 2020, she has been dedicated to creating boutique accommodations with the first location set to open in 2026. You would think I didn't actually put this in my book. I'm surprised to read all this. 2026 in Louisville, Kentucky. Recognized as Today's Woman as the most admired woman in hospitality by Today's Woman magazine in 2023, Latasha is on track to join the less than 1% of African women hotel owners in the U.S. She also brings her expertise to real estate, contributing to development projects in Africa with a focus on promoting minority ownership. And I just want to brag on my friend. She won that designation as most admired woman in hospitality, and her hotel does not even exist yet. It exists in her mind. You can go check in. It's not there. That shows how much influence she's having in her space, right? And then finally, Michelle Fields, proud mother and grandmother with a passion for fashion and an eye for style, and she has a lot of my money. Actually, the prices are very reasonable. As the owner of not just one, but 2 online retail stores, Michelle has curated a collection that turns heads and makes a statement. From trendy clothes and stylish shoes to chic hats and vegan leather crossbody bags, backpacks, and duffel bags. A passionate entrepreneur, Michelle is on a mission to bring a touch of luxury and sustainability to the world of self-care. Soon she'll be launching a collection of locally made vegan body butters, scrubs, and body sprays, plus a line of hand-poured candles infused with love. Welcome, Michelle. The same thing, ladies, read a little bit from your book and then make a comment about it, and we'll just go from there.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm in chapter 5, and I'm going to read this customers will always tell you exactly what they want if you are willing to listen. So putting pen to paper, I listed my strengths, weaknesses, knowledge and unknown concerns, business, marketing, and sales. I've always been able to explain effectively. This is a skill that has helped me gain customers because they always ask questions about my products. Although marketing isn't one of my strong suits, I've been able to identify my customers' needs by listening to the direct feedback they give me. Customers will always tell you what they want. You just have to listen, and that is a major thing with me. When I am talking to customers coming up to my booth, we can have a whole 30-minute conversation. Within that conversation, it could be some about what they like in fashion, and they might jump off into some family stuff. So we just talking, but I'm making mental notes of what types of styles they like. They might have something coming up and they want certain clothes. So that helps me with ordering my clothes for the people who shop with me. So it's listening. That is so very important. You have to pay attention to what people say.
All right, so I am Latasha A. Brown, and I am chapter 3, and mine is basically a story about why the meaning behind the name Global Lost, which is the name of the brand that I created. When I first started thinking about creating a hotel, I knew I wanted a name that represented people and cultures from all around the world. That's how I landed on Global. It reflects the inclusive and diverse nature of what I wanted my brand to embody. As for the word loft, some people might assume that it refers to the type of rooms that I'll offer, like loft style spaces. But for me, lofts was chosen because it invokes a feeling of luxury, comfort, and sophistication. It's not just about the type of room, it's about the experience that I want to create. Together, Global Loft represents accommodations that celebrate the world, bringing together diverse cultures in a way that feels both luxurious and meaningful. The name embodies my vision of creating spaces where travelers can connect with cultures from around the globe while feeling a sense of elevated comfort and belonging. It's not just about the name, it's a reflection of the heart and soul of the brand. This vision is also inspired for me to create this brand's concept, which is called Global, which reflects my commitment to blending global representation with local connections. It shapes everything that I do, from choosing the name to designing the experiences that I offer, ensuring that every space feels both deeply rooted in community and meaningful, connected to the world.
Hello, April Starks here. My chapter is chapter 8, and the title of that chapter is Rooted in Purpose. And I'll read one section here that really hits for me, and I think we'll probably all relate. Sometimes quitting sounds good. My grandmother and my mother were amazing influences on my mindset to keep going, no matter what obstacles were before me. These women displayed what strength in adversity looks like. And I had a front seat to their lives. Perseverance and hard work were all I saw around me. I have definitely had days when I wanted to quit and wondered if I should do something else. But every time I pressed through those feelings, I grew and stretched beyond limitations. For example, when a new owner took over the plaza where my office was located, he raised the monthly lease payment. The organization's budget was not able to sustain the increase. Therefore, I had to think of other alternatives. I felt defeated and thought that the organization might go backwards because of this situation. I had to put my emotions aside and consult my team on ways to pivot. The decision was made to move to a smaller space and partner with other organizations and businesses within the community to maintain our services. Although very uncomfortable and discouraging, it was the best decision. Olive Tree Resources actually grew, and I experienced some major growth from this scenario.
Hello, my name is Michelle Hess-Farber, and I'm, first of all, just want to say that I'm excited to be here. If you know me at all, I'm excited about a lot of things, but I'm most definitely excited to be in the room today. I'm excited to be in the room with all of these women, all of these strong personalities, all of the love that's in this room. I'm excited about that. My chapter in this book is chapter 1. And MJ, thank you for your editing process. I wrote, and I wrote, and I wrote.
Indeed. You gave me 30-something pages.
Because it was healing. It was a journey, and I knew I needed to take that journey, and it was something that I needed to do. The part of this book, this chapter, that I decided to take my little piece and let you all in on before the book, you are able to read the book, and especially in the climate that we are currently in. And we are currently in a climate, if we know, connection is key. Collabs lead to lasting connections. Partnerships and collaborations have been instrumental in helping me grow my business in the very early stages. One great example, there is a widowers group in Indianapolis that hosts an annual tea. They invite me to participate in this tea, and their demographic aligns perfectly with my brand. And being part of that event allowed me to introduce my products to a supportive and engaged audience. Other collaborations with groups that cater to women going through life transitions, and we do go through life transitions, like menopause, have been also beneficial. These partnerships not only expand my reach, but also create meaningful connections with communities that resonate with the values and mission of my brand. It's been a fantastic way to grow my business while staying connected to the people who truly benefit from what I have to offer. Because you go from gap to niche, to a niche market. There's a large gap and then you close it in. And the gap in the market became apparent through my own experience and conversations with women. Menopause is often overlooked in our community, and women in this stage of life are underserved by mainstream products and resources. I couldn't find spaces that offered holistic support for us, spanning from wellness products to herbal teas to emotional and communal care. The more I talked to women, the more I realized that there was a shared need for comfort, education, and connection. During this transition, which is confirmed by my belief that my brand is there to fill a void. This positioning, along with my personal story and the story behind my brand, helped me to stand out in a very crowded market. I position Sugar Honey Iced Tea Lifestyle brand as not just a product provider, but as a community where women can feel supported through this life stage with resources that speak directly to our experiences.
Thank you so much. As we are here flashing and carrying on. It's cold, it's hot. Thank
But I can help it.
Right, yeah. Okay, so let me ask a fun question. What is one thing about you, anybody jump in, what's one fun thing about you or something about you that might surprise people? If they've heard something about what you do professionally, what's something that might surprise people? What? You gonna make me say something?
Something that may surprise you.
Yes, something about you that.
My name is Michelle. I mean, nothing else.
Right.
There was only one black woman on Star Trek. And her name is Michelle. And I was, a lot of people don't realize that. They don't realize that. Okay.
Okay.
So that's my
I'm gonna start naming some. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna let y'all hook on that. If you could go back and give advice to your younger self, let's do that one. What would you say? What would you tell little April, little Tasha, little Little Michelle. We got Michelle and Michelle. Don't get the mixed up.
Tell my younger self. I would probably tell my younger self, just kind of take your feelings out of it. So it took, because entrepreneurship is not easy. And I would say probably that first up to 3 years, everything was a lot of emotion until it clicked. And it was like, listen,
And was that
this
with
is not
Olive Tree,
emotional.
or was it with ALS?
with Olive Tree. Yeah. Because even in the nonprofit world, it's dog and dog. I mean, you gotta go get it. And I think starting out, I just took for granted, they're like, oh, they like me, they don't come.
Never.
So that was my learning curve there for me, and it's personality based too. So just my natural born temperament is I'm gonna just be loyal to the end. But business has brought that out. Like, no, we're not. We're not doing that. So it's not being about, take your emotions out of it. So if you can know that on the front end, when you're counting the cost of going into business, on the front end, you look at it and say, this is not emotional. It's business. Even when it relates to like sometimes working with maybe family or close friends. Like there are a couple friends that literally I have decided I am not working with them, and it has nothing to do with them. I'd rather have their friendship than to be in business with them. And what I recognize is going into business with them would totally destroy our friendship. And I valued our friendship more than the money. So we've made an agreement, like we don't work together. We're not like that, but we're like that.
That's so good, because I think a lot of times we take for granted, we get along with this one or that one, so we can do all things in life with them. No, you might have a person that's a great friend, but if you're in business with them, you be ready to choke them. Some people you can do both. Some people you have to pick which relationship you're gonna have. The same way some people you can date.
From
Experience.
experience.
It's the same thing.
From experience, most definitely,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I've helped several people with several different businesses.
Okay.
I'm not new to this rodeo. So, but what I learned is that your no has to be no.
Okay.
You have to learn to embrace your no. I used to be a chronic people pleaser. Yeah, chronic. Like, if you ask me to do something, okay, hold on, let me see, and how quickly can I?
It was after she got over there before I asked her.
Yeah, like definitely. I am now involved. But I mean, that's the truth. You have to really decide that you're important.
Okay.
Some people, I don't know, when they start small businesses, a lot of times they suffer from imposter syndrome.
Bad.
Very bad.
Sometimes years down the road, sometimes.
Literally, they feel like, I'm not sure that I can do this. What will people say about me? What about the people that don't like me? You know how many people don't like you on a daily basis? Keep doing what you do. Keep smiling, keep loving, keep being of service to someone else. Don't just decide that you're gonna start a business because you see somebody else starting a business. Take a moment, breathe, and decide. And decide what you're going to offer in service. Because I don't care what product you offer. If what you offer does not provide service, it's a waste of time.
Done.
Waste of time.
That's so good. That is so good. Anybody else like to?
Well, for me, it's, I learned to stop overthinking stuff because I tend to, I'm gonna pick back off of something Deidre said, it's not gonna be perfect. So just do it and do it till you get it right. Because I was an overthinker, I really was, and I'm getting better at it.
How long have you been in business? What is this particular?
It has been 3 years. It's been 3. The one store, B Lavish, has only been a year, but Mass South has been 3 years.
I don't even know you a year.
I think it's been longer than a year. We met at one of them events. a while ago.
She's been taking my money the whole time. The orange bag back there, I get it from her.
She did, and I said, "Ooh, I love that baby."
I told her, stop stocking orange things. I can't tell you, look what I got. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I said it to the side.
So for me, I would say, what I tell my younger self, to focus on my own path. There were times I would focus so much on everyone else's journey. So, like I said, I have created my own hospitality brand. And there were times where I would kind of look over and, see, well, maybe it might be easier if I just go franchise with Marriott or Hilton.
No.
And that's not what God told me to do.
That's right.
That's not what he told me. So I had to sit down. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and stay in my lane and continue to create the vision that he's given me. It's been a journey, about 8 years so far, but
8 years.
You know.
How long have you been working on your thing?
I'm pressing forward.
I love it. That's amazing. So this has been a collaborative effort. Each person wrote their own chapter. We didn't collaborate on the writing of our chapters, but everything else we kind of voted on and worked on together. And so I want to ask you, how did you feel the first time you saw the finished book cover for the first time? There's a large one there. It's on the side there. It's here. How did you feel the first time you saw it? We had another iteration, and then April brought this image forward. What does it mean?
I love it. Like this, we breaking through. We doing our thing. I love it.
And what I made sure I wrote is down here at the bottom, featuring the voices of 9 bold visionaries who dare, not dared.
Yeah.
We're still daring.
Yes, yes.
Tomorrow morning?
Every day.
Every day.
Daring.
It's strength.
Every day.
It represented strength.
Yes.
It represented a lost strength sometimes. Sometimes we forget who we are. And especially with the menopause journey, I'm in the midst of finding who I am again. I knew who I was. You have these life cycles. When you're here at this point, you're a mother, then you grow up and you're not, you're an older mother. And so then you become, this woman that you are right now. And I decided that at this point, I'm breaking through. I'm no longer who she was before. My strength has changed.
Not her anymore.
I'm not her anymore. And this book was the perfect opportunity to express that. It was like, yes.
There's been a few of you who have said this project was pivotal at this time, and I didn't know that. When I came up with the idea and who I was gonna ask, I just asked all the people who I admired, who's in my phone most recently. Which is all y'all. No, it's gonna mean what it
It's
means.
very funny, and like I said, and Deidre, when she was talking about her story,
Yeah.
I remember before you even decided that she was gonna start that business. Yeah, I invited, I want to say maybe 5 young women. They came to my apartment and they wanted dinner, and I made them dinner. And they, for whatever reason, decided that they were going to talk about what they were going to do in life. My daughter was going to be a freshman at UK, and she was home that day, and they poured into her, they prayed with her, and they told her what you can do as a young woman. This is in your next step, and this is what you can do. And that day, Deidre and her friends were talking about their vision for what they were going to do. And I watched them all do what they said they were going to do.
But it starts with speaking it and writing it. You have to say
And they
it.
spoke it.
It's not if it's in your head, it's not a goal, it's just an idea. Once you put it down on paper, you look at it, it becomes a vision for what you're moving towards. I love that. I did not know y'all had that story. So what is one thing that you want readers to know about why this book was written? You kind of alluded to it, but what's one thing you want them to know?
That we don't have a problem with telling you something, because oftentimes I do events or I'm around people, other entrepreneurs, they don't want to give you any information. They don't want to tell you anything. And when I first started this, anybody asked me a question, I'd answer it. I'd tell them where I got it from, this, that, the other. Then when I started asking questions, it was, and I mean, it was just crazy. It is. That's why I agree. It is. It really is.
That's a small town mentality.
And nobody wanted to
Small
share.
town mindset.
Yeah.
That's a problem. When you decide that you feel like you're so comfortable and you have arrived and you are not able to help someone else, and that's a problem. That's not service. That's a problem. I mean, everything that you do has to have a spirit of love. Period. Everything that you do, every person that you come in contact with, every person that you speak with, every person that you greet, you're giving them a part of yourself. I'm still working. I still work a corporate job. And one night I was at work and I was working late, and a young man was emptying the trash. And he came through. He got the garbage can. I said, good night. How are you? You having a good day? He said, yeah, I'm having a great day. And I said, well, it's nice that you're having a great day. He's like I said, it's late at night. He's emptying the trash. He said, well, my mother told me that I had to be a leader before I could be I had to be a servant before I could be a leader.
Yes.
I said, okay. And I sat and I looked and I said, I said, if you take that example and do it every day and everything that you do, with every person that you come in contact with, it'll change the narrative of what the business, the small business world looks like.
That's right.
At this particular time, you know, and everybody's been on social media and everybody's been looking at all these stories and, you know, you can't support these companies because, well, guess what? If they don't support you, you better support what looks like you.
Listen,
At this particular time, you have no other option. So now is the time. Now is the, as they say, when the trumpet blows, the trumpet has blown. And now you need to now respond. And you need to respond by taking care of the people that are in this room, but the people that you go and support in your local community, in your neighborhood, in your, you know, your phone is always in your hand. So you have the ability to like somebody's post. You know, it cracks me up when you have all of these people, you're friends with all, I got 5,000 people on Facebook that I'm friends with. I don't know half of the people that I'm friends with. It just takes you one moment to say, I like that.
you're already looking at it.
You're looking at, you most definitely are
The
looking
same
at
motion,
it,
the swipe,
but
yeah.
just hit like, so that somebody else can see that you liked it, so that somebody else can be represented by your story. Tell somebody, you know what, there's a great product over here. You know, those candles, they smell amazing. There's these group of people, you know, you got Black entrepreneurs in the city that, you got several candle suppliers in the city, several venues that are available. Just as we're sitting in this venue, why do we not know that this venue is here? So now we need to share the story and tell the story.
Just sharing. Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's one thing I really enjoyed about being a part of this project is because for the first time in person, I was able to meet these women today.
Oh, yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been on Zoom. We've been on Zoom, but the first time in person to really go to them and to honor them for their work, honor them for their journey. And not one time did I feel to your point about like that young man saying his mom says, you gotta serve, you know, before you leave. And that's accurate, and I agree with that. But what about the people, once you get to that level of leadership, can you still serve? So to my sister's point, we still had the authenticity of authenticity, because literally we didn't have to know each other's story. We just knew that is a sister that is breaking through whatever she's doing. Let's pull this together and we're gonna do what we gotta do.
It wasn't about ego.
It was not one time. And I had a time frame there. MJ knew my personal situation. I was MIA for a couple of weeks from a tragic situation. Everybody was rolling. And I guarantee you, I have no doubt in my mind, not one of these women were thinking, where's she at? Where's she going? She might be on the project. No, I still, when I jumped back in, I still felt the love. Hey, brother, let's run the song. Whatever. You know, so that's the environment, the community, the collaboration that you want to be in.
Yes.
And that's generated from love, because they don't know me, and vice versa, but I can feel the synergy of what we're striving to do to get to where we need to be. And so that makes me so proud to be a part of this.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to share just a bit from y'all. I'll share just a bit from my chapter. It occurred to me, I didn't put myself on the schedule, but my chapter is called From Layoff to Launch in -7 days. Early signs of entrepreneur. I'm just going to read from the beginning of the chapter. And it's interesting when you read your own words. Like, I wrote this and I edited this entire book, but I'm still catching surprises as I read. I know you get a good copy of this book. First off, I believe that everyone is born with the entrepreneurial spirit. Not necessarily to launch a traditional business, but at least the desire to create something in alignment with their God-given purpose. However, I also recognize that most people's upbringing and life experiences squash out that spirit before they even realize what's happening. Normally, this creative spirit is unintentionally suffocated by well-meaning parents, teachers, clergy, peers, family members, media, and society in general. Very few youth, especially in this country, are raised to know how to make effective decisions, how to take chances, etc. Looking back over my life through the eyes of experience, I guess I always had an entrepreneur's heart. Maybe some of it is because I was raised as an only child. I never quite fit in anywhere, and for the most part, it didn't bother me. However, I didn't grow up consciously thinking that I wanted to become a business owner because that was never presented to me as an option. I just didn't recognize the signs throughout my childhood and young adulthood that were nudging me in the direction of business ownership. I only realized in my 40s that my mentality and perspective were signs that I was destined to do my own thing. When I was a kid, I loved pretending that I was teaching a choir while playing the piano. My old music books, which are still at my mother's house today, are filled with fictitious names of singers that I was teaching parts to. Of course, I ended up becoming a minister of music and choir director as an adult. While those roles aren't necessarily connected directly to entrepreneurship, I recognize that my love for music ministry was connected to my passion for training and coaching. I feel fulfilled whenever I can take a complex or unfamiliar topic and break it down into manageable pieces and help a person to learn something new. I've been toying with some version of business ownership since the late 1990s, back when I bought my first desktop computer and started dabbling in graphic design, creating business cards for money under the business name Bella Graphics. However, I had no idea how to start or build a business, although I knew that I enjoyed tackling the challenge of turning nothing into something and providing a solution to a gap, need, or opportunity and doing things my way. Many would have us believe that a mentality of wanting to do things your own way is self-centered or a bad thing, but there's nothing wrong with it, and it's par for the course for entrepreneurs. Quite frankly, if it weren't for people like us, there'd be no businesses for other people to work for. We are job creators.
Yes.
Okay. So at this time, we're gonna take a little break and snack, network, right on the wall of breakthroughs again. Anything you're breaking through now, something you've recently broken through, or something that you would like to break through. Visit the author's tables. All of them obviously have products and services that you can avail yourself of. And there's gonna be a shout out.
So I just want to take a moment to give a shout out to the people who are watching us on YouTube Live. So everybody give a round of applause. Everybody's online with us. We got a number of people in the chat and they're super excited. I want to say hi to MC Hunter, that's MJ's sister, Andrea, Mia, Antoinette, Gray, what's up, cuz? Hey, Rhodey, hey, Cometta, Nicole M. Oh, and if I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but we're just so excited that you are out there with us. So there is a break happening now, so feel free to jump back online. MJ, are we gonna do anything else that our online folks might want to come back for? So drop some, if you have questions, drop them in the chat and we'll include them in the Q&A, and you will be able to watch this recording over. So in the event that you do have to drop, you can always come back and see if your question was answered. So thanks again for being online with us.
I did not. Hey, good people. Okay, please do not forget the wall of breakthrough, something that you've broken through, are currently in, or something that you want to break through. All right, the wall of breakthrough. Yes. All right. Thank you.
Hey guys online. Down here. Let's see, Melody, I see you, girl. My sister, hi everyone, congratulations to you all. I'm enjoying the live and hearing from these amazing ways. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you for allowing me in, Melody. I see my baby girl Mia on here. Antoinette Gray said, I'm a writer by nature. I've always wanted to be an author. I know it's a part of my purpose. The fear of what to write about. As far as publishing, has always kept me something up there. Antoinette Gray, hit me up. Oh, that's your cousin. So somebody told me, as soon as I write a book, somebody will reach out to me for books, writing coaching. The next day, somebody did. So I'm actually, because I'm adding that to my suite of services. So hit me up. You got you. You know what to write about. Let me see what's on here. I just connected and inspired. And it's got some amazing. I got much. Hey, Brody. Anita Fryer, thank you so much for joining. I know Anita. I met her through Shawana. Oh, me, my daughter's not feeling well. Thanks for logging in. I think my son is on the airplane. That's one of my clients and my friends. Hey, T. Drew. What's going on? I see the marketplace 365 flex. Okay. We're going to take a little bit more time. If you hang with us, guys, we got a little bit more to do after the break, but go to. Figure out what the captions are. Maybe you can.
For the what is?
The captions, are they on the right hand side? Tells you what's on the screen. Right now it says book launch. There's a place to pick them.
No, it just says book launch celebration.
I plugged you up just in case you were running out of power.
I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. But I can drop stuff in the chat. I can drop it in the chat. Yeah, I can send it in the chat. Oh, there it is. There you go. The pre-order?
Yes. Oh,
It's showing.
is it showing?
Well, no, you hit it.
You are online or on the phone, MelanieHunter.com/breakingthrough. Come over there.
It's not showing.
MelanieHunter.com/breakingthrough. We are using the print on demand vendor, so the book take a little bit longer to get to you. They print them and order it. There's a little bit of time to get the book to you.
It's not in there. You have to try. It won't.
You know what?
Good job. So have you already scheduled your book night?
Think like this is this tripod. I said I can rotate it here. You know what I'm saying? I can rotate it. I can't rotate it here unless I actually took it loose and it's gonna. You know what I mean?
Oh, and it's taped on there. Okay.
Yeah, I would have to like unloosen this and it. I mean, it's professional so far. Let's not mess it up. Yeah, you know what I mean. No, I said it's professional so far. We want to take it and me moving it. You know what I'm saying? Now it's gonna start looking. Then everybody be like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? So far, your stuff's working, man. Now, what are you doing on the second part? I'm doing this cute. Gorgeous. What I would suggest you do, I know you're going to pat. Is that the mic that you're going to use for the crowd? That microphone over there?
Is it tapped into everything?
Yeah, I tapped that. Yeah. So there's 6 microphones. 4 on stage here. Now, who's going to be on stage on the question and answer? Oh,
well, wait a minute. Let's talk this part through. I think both mics will be rolled.
Oh yeah, all I'm just saying all of them. There won't be a clear, but they'll be in the here. Okay, but here's what I was going to say, if they could come up to the mic. Well, no, you have to ask the question. That's what I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? I understand, but if you have questions, and it would, you know, the right over here. Yeah, I would because it's still going to be this wide shot right here that I got set up. So, yeah, I would invite you.
You guys are fine to keep doing what you're doing, but just let you know, in the next segment, you guys can ask any of these amazing authors any question you have about entrepreneurship, about their businesses, their products and services. Remember, we talked about gatekeeping. So we're not going to be gatekeepers. If you have any questions you've been wanting to know about writing a book, about publishing a book, about starting a business, or about becoming one of your clients, you'll have that opportunity in about 7 minutes. And online, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. If you are online or you have a question, you put it in the chat. And we will get those answers. We have about 7 minutes till we come back from break. I know everybody is having, I want you to continue, but does anybody have any questions for any of these amazing girls about anything? About their businesses, about entrepreneurship, about writing a book, you can ask anything of that nature. We don't often get to be in rooms where you can actually ask questions that people want to answer them. So if you think of anything, come up here and you can ask your questions. Any questions?
Very nice. It was good.
Okay, we got a question. Someone who remained faceless asked me about the book writing process. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. So as a business owner, I have written ebooks before, digital downloads and things, but I've never written a book on this scale. And I didn't write this whole book, right? So I know they're not listening, but I'm answering it for the person today. So doing a collaborative work like this, actually this isn't really a collaboration. Collaboration would technically mean we co-wrote the whole thing together. We compiled multiple people's writing in one thing. It's a little bit different. It's different visually, it's different in the process. But what I would say, if you feel like you have words and a message in you that you have to get out, start by getting the message out without thinking of it as a book. I think sometimes we can get stuck trying to get our message out because we're trying to make it a cohesive thing from the beginning, and it doesn't have to be. Keep a journal with you and write in your journal often, whenever you think of something, even if it's a phrase and not even a complete thought, write in your journal. Also get a journal on your phone, because if you are some kind of, or you can just use the notes app on your phone, it doesn't have to be an official journal app. And just record what you're thinking. Once you get those first words out and down, the rest will flow. Another way that you can start your book is to speak it. Okay, either record yourself or dictate your thoughts into your phone. We can speak a lot more quickly than we can type. And usually when we're typing, it's slow enough where we start to censor ourselves and let me fix it, that don't sound right. If we just talk about the topic, the words will flow. So if you just sit and talk for 30 minutes, that's a few chapters worth of a book. So I would say just start to record. Don't just talk about it, but make sure your phone is recording. And sometimes those thoughts disappear and you never get them back. I've had that happen. Had a brilliant thought. I didn't write it down, I didn't record myself, I didn't transcribe it, and now it's gone. So I would say do that. I self-published a book. The book is back there. The proof copy is back there if anybody wants to see it. I self-published it. I'm very proud of it. I self-published it using Amazon KDP and Ingram Spark. And so just because they're industry standards. But I wouldn't even, if you're in the beginning, I wouldn't even worry about how you're going to make it happen. Just get the words down. Okay, self-publish your book. Amazon takes too much of your money. And you're doing all the marketing. So, there's a lot I can say about that. But yeah, get your words out. Don't try to make it make sense. Just get the stuff out. Then you might find that what you thought the book was going to be about, it's not even about that. It's about something completely different. So, any other questions about entrepreneurship from any of the authors, anything you want to ask them about their businesses, their brands, their products, their services? Do you have any questions online, Q? Oh, you're doing something. Yeah, I ain't paying no attention. Anybody in the chat have any questions? Anybody online have any questions? Okay. Just keep talking then. Please eat the food, order the book, eat the food. We don't want to take it with us. Eat the food. Oh, Pamela, do you want to talk about your giveaway, or you think you told the people enough about it? Okay. Michelle, do you want to talk to the people anymore? You good? Okay. Visit all the vendors. We just gonna keep this party going. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being here with us. You over there too? Is that online? It's the screen, like, okay. Okay, so we are here in the room. We're welcome to continue celebrating, but I'm just going to end the live stream for the people online. Thank you for joining us for our book launch celebration. Those of you who are joining us on live stream, be sure to order your book, MelanieHunter.com/breakingthrough.
Okay, but I stopped this one. You stop that. Now, make an announcement. So you want to take some group pictures? Participate.